Okay, here's the engine on the stand. I'm sure you've seen this in the background sitting for quite some time. I've been slowly working, finishing it, getting it ready for today, and I have a few things I've added here. There's the LS coils that are going to be used with the Megasquirt. The only thing I need to do here is take the engine from the stand and put the rear main seal in, put the oil pan on it, and that should be about it. And I've also added the cam angle sensor wiring here, plug for that. So, yep. Oh, and I have to put on the timing belt yet. But other than that, the engine itself is pretty much ready. Over here sitting is the Turbo 350 that's going to be going in the car. I've taken some of the casting flash from the top of the transmission all the way down the back. Makes things a little smoother, a little easier, less sharp edges. Looks like somebody has already made an attempt to repair. It looks like a cracked bell housing. I've also taken care of the ears that you typically find here on a Turbo 350 that mounts a dust cover for the torque converter, and also here's one of the factory lifting points for on the assembly line. They use their machines to lift it around and help them put it together. So I've taken care of that one, and also there was a lifting point back here for the factory, which I removed. And here on the front you can see I have bought the red block to Turbo 350 adapter plate from one of the guys on Turbo Bricks, and here I have a solid motor mount, or a solid transmission mount that came with the transmission. The transmission was built by my stepson. It was in a Chevelle, and it was I guess he was running I guess in the 11s or 12s with it, so he built it, and it's got a full manual valve body in it, so we're gonna see how that works on the street for me. I would rather have a regular stock valve body with perhaps a shift kit, but that's a project for another time. I don't really feel like cracking into it right now. It's got a deep cast aluminum pan on it too, which is going to help, and it came with a big tall aftermarket funky looking dipstick here. I'm not a big fan of aftermarket chrome dipsticks. They're usually made in Taiwan, and most of the time they leak really bad. So down there you can see I found a stock dipstick, and you can see that the handle exit location is much shorter. So it'll be interesting to see where this wants to exit in relation to the motor, since the motor's tilted and we have our downpipe and stuff for the turbo going on. So I'm hoping that the stalker will work. If not, I'll probably end up having to use a flexible, like a low-car dipstick or something I get from the Speed Center. So hopefully everything's going to behave itself and go well. Other features I can touch on real quick that's going to be installed in the car. Good grief, this thing's dirty. I've got my collection of gaskets. I've chose to use real, genuine dealer supplied Volvo gaskets for some of these. Some of the aftermarket gaskets are just absolute crap. In fact, I've taken some gaskets out of Felpro boxes already with that had the rear main seal or something, for example, inside, and the seal rattling around inside the box tears the gasket. They're that crappy. So I've bit the bullet and paid the price for the factory pieces. Got a factory timing belt that I'm going to be putting on, and Mitchell was kind enough to build me the Megasquirt 3 box here. That's been He's tested it and everything's all ready to roll with that. And I'm very excited to set this up for sequential fuel injection. And we got the Megasquirt big nasty harness there we're going to have to put together, custom fit it for the application. Also, I picked up a couple of these little mini fuse centers. He's used in his Megasquirt swaps and stuff, and these things are really nice and make for a really clean look. So hopefully everything's gonna cooperate. Today is going to be mostly getting the original engine and transmission out, and I think really the biggest hurdle is going to be getting the other motor in with the Turbo 350. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, and it might not be that bad, just getting the custom mount situation taken care of for the transmission. And also I'm going to have to be maybe doing something a little bit funky with the drive shaft, although it looks to me like it may only need to be cut about 1/2 inch, so we'll see. So we'll keep you posted. Okay, I'd like to take a minute here and discuss the pieces and parts I've accumulated here to do the Turbo 350 swap with the Volvo red block engine. What we have here is a Summit torque converter. It's a 10-inch. I got it on sale for all $200. The 10-inch torque converter is what you need for the swap. And you'll notice down here I have just nipped off this little bit of an ear here, just to match the diameter of the plate, which I'll be showing you shortly. Yeah, this plate here was bought from one of the fellows on Turbo Bricks, and it mixes the Turbo 350 with the red block, which is set up for the 15-degree angle of tilt. You can see that got all the holes and dowel pins needed. There's a nice thick heavy plate. It fits perfectly, so I'm kind of excited to see how that all goes together. Okay. Also, I went to my local hardware supplier. They supply industrial grade hardware and stuff. They're local to me. It was www.boltpatrol.com here in my hometown, and they have all the funky heavy metric fasteners and stuff that you need. These are nice high grade bolts to mount it up to the engine. Also the shorties here. Okay, and we'll move this aside. Okay, now the nice piece we have here, this is actually the torque converter adapter plate. Really a work of art. Very nice, very well made machine, and it's from D-Works. Fell up in Canada, also on Turbo Bricks, and it comes with a little adapter piece here. I guess this is kind of like the pilot bushing takes place. The pilot the line right here into the end of the crankshaft, and it also comes with some bolts and everything, and that's probably see that dworks.ca. But those are pretty much the pieces I have to put it together. And also with the transmission, I have a really nice heavy-duty, slightly used polyurethane transmission mount for the Turbo 350, and this one has the 3 holes in. Normally with the Turbo 350, you'll either have the 2 external holes, or some Turbo 350s have the single only center stud. In this case, it's a hole. Usually it's a stud, but anyhow, this is nice because it gives you all of the possible options that you'd run into, and it's also I think I have a feeling we're going to probably end up using the outer 2 for this particular swap. So anyhow, those are the pieces you need, and as you can see, we're out here ripping on the car a little bit more. We got things just about ready. Got our hose down and decided to take the fluids out here in the driveway. Keep the mess out here. And boy, it's really hot today, so we're going to be pushing this thing front and continuing with the strip down. Okay, this is about how far we got today. We're just about ready to call it a day here. Going to clean up a little bit and push the car back in again. We got her stripped down pretty good. Got everything almost ready to pull the engine out. Removed all the sheet metal in the front. Got the wiring harness almost all taken care of. I'm going to leave the intake bungee corded over here to the hood hinge. Yeah, I think we're just about. Whoops. There we go. I think we're just about ready to pull the engine out. We'd bagged everything up, marked it, make it nice and easy to put back together again. I got some bent intercooler brackets I'm going to have to have Mitchell re-weld for me. I think I hit one of those parking bumpers, or maybe it's one of those big deer carcasses I hit on the interstate. Turbo manifold came off okay. Got boxes of parts sitting here. Get everything cleaned up. Kind of put the bolts all in some cardboard and really detail and clean everything. And hopefully soon, maybe tomorrow if we're lucky, we'll be able to get the engine put back in again. And we'll cover all that, how you put them together and all that good stuff. We got the transmission waiting, and that just about wraps it up. Just about wraps it up. This will pick up again tomorrow.